So I just taped today. I finally participated officially in my first World Tournament pen spinning event. I've been in a World Cup, which is much different. It took me about six. I've been spinning since what, 2007? Oh man, 6 years, 6.5, 7 years to get in this position. Let me tell you, being in a World Tournament is much different than being in a World Cup. Because in a World Cup, you can afford to lose. You have your team behind you, and then the first round, it's a one versus one kind of thing. But in a world tournament, pretty much everyone for himself. In this year, it's a group of 10, and you have to be like in the top four to get through. And I'm in Group D, and when I actually was hearing the record of the podcast, I heard Ibabra, I heard Alvarez, I heard Left Finger, and I said to myself, oh man, I hope I'm not in this group. I heard Mart, and then I was called, and I was like, oh, this is stupid. I just wanted to record my reaction and my experience before I forget in the World Tournament 2013. Okay. Firstly, I started to play my combo last week, but actually, I really didn't have much time to practice last week at all, and I chose a combo which was difficult for me anyway. And I thought, okay, I can probably get this down if I try really really hard. Because there was two new tricks in there that I really didn't have experience with, and a couple of hybrids that I didn't have much practice with. So it's my mistake really that I chose this combo, and it's my fault. I get it. And so tips to all you guys out there: if you're in a world tournament, stick to maybe one or max two tricks or hybrids that you can't really pull off as well, and that way that'll lead to better execution and stuff. But I think that's the bane of how I pen spin, because I think ever since after the pen spinning league, well, I've always, I don't know, I guess for the world tournaments and stuff, I always feel like I have to perform a lot harder. I push myself to do tricks which are above me rather than do tricks that I can do. So I always sacrifice execution for harder tricks. I don't really regret my World Cup videos or my World Tournament videos so far, because I don't know. I'd rather know that I put everything in it, do tricks that I really like to do, as opposed to doing a half-assed thing to have better execution and make the judges happier. I prefer watching a harder combo that I know is harder than watching a combo that has better execution but the judges like. That's just how I roll. That's how I pen spin. And I know it's probably not gonna lead me that far or get many votes, but that's how I do it. Okay, so total filming time. So yeah, I started playing last week, and I did some warm-ups on Monday and Tuesday. But I think I started to film on Wednesday. I filmed a little bit on Wednesday, didn't film on Thursday. But I know I definitely started to film harder on Friday, Saturday, yesterday, and today. And I have over 100 takes, so I think this would be by far the most time I've ever spent on a combo, rivaling, I think surpassing even that of my World Cup video last year, which is stupid. So over 100 takes, all ranging from 2 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. They're all around 9 minutes and a half. Multiply 100 by 7 or 8, and you get it's over 100. So you multiply if you just multiply 100 by 7 or 8, you get 800 minutes total. Divided by 60, it's about 13 to 14 hours, and that's just film time. That's not including the amount of time I had to spend resting. I was actually resting because of this combo. My hands, my opening trick, which involved crossing my fingers, my ring finger was starting to hurt quite a bit, and so I had to take breaks, and it was a mess. There's just one part where I was sure I'll be so screwed, I'll be able to film anymore. Luckily, my ring finger healed up, and it's still hurting a little bit now, but I don't know. And you can understand how spinners quit after the World Tournament. People Minwoo, that's 777, Spinner Peen. I don't know how people like Arier keep spinning after so long competitively, but if you're not a tournament spinner or have never been in a major competition, I'm telling you now, it's tough. And I've been part of tournaments before, but this first round World Tournament, because you're in this group of 10 and you want to get high seed. You want to get the highest seed you can if you can get seeded at all in the next four. Pretty much everyone's trying their best. It's equivalent to everyone being in a final round, and so you got to push yourself, and so that stress like kind of messes with your spinning and your mind. So you go through phases where you screw up tricks that you can do easily. And I've been recording for a long time, so I don't get too nervous anymore. Like, I'm used to spinning, but it's that pressure, that the mind game, that screws you up. And in a 10-man team, it's pretty much every man for himself, and everyone's going hardcore, and it's really hard. And I'm not even if I get to the next round, I might, but it's likely that I won't. I'm not sure how long that'll last for, because it's so hard doing this stuff. And I'm not sure if that's my style, because I was talking to Ivabra and Alvarez, and they had similar recording times as well, and they had injuries as well apparently. And pen spinning has changed so much. I don't think people used to record this long before, but the standard has been set so high, and all these legendary spinners are in this tournament that it's more. I think it's more of a contest of will and endurance to get the right combo than it is a pure skill. But that's not for all spinners. Some spinners, like I suck, recorded it within an hour or something stupid. That's good for him. That's how you should spin. I went through these phases where I didn't want to spin at all. I just hated pen spinning so much. I'm like, I wanted to stop, but I couldn't because there was a deadline. But I just wanted to stop. I had enough. And I kept telling myself, like, when I was doing it, I was like, this is gonna be it. I'm not gonna compete anymore. I don't know if that's true anymore. I hope it's not. But I remember during those hours, those dark hours, I was like pretty much ready to flip tables over and clean the beds and kicking and sighing, lots of sighing, and it was getting really hot in my room as well because my computer emits quite a little bit of heat. You go through phases where your fingers the oil like builds up, and the friction between your pens starts to change a lot. Then you have to wash your hands, and after you wash your hands, it's not enough oil, so it feels really weird. So good job to people out there who don't go through this crap and film ahead of time. Like Kin, for example, he's smart. Do it like him, or do tricks that you actually know how to do. Unlike me, bad. So proud of it. Don't regret it, but bad. Don't look at me. My actual combo that I released is much different from what I was trying to record, because the one I was trying to record had a much harder finisher, in my opinion, a more original finisher. 3 to 4 hours of filming or something. I just changed the combo completely. I said to myself, this is too much, I'm just gonna record, because the deadline was in like at 5 o'clock. I know it's very sloppy. I think the final product is very sloppy, but I mean, it contains the main elements which I wanted, so I'm pretty proud of that. Anyway, and I think that the final combo is very neo-nuxy. Weird tricks, some kind of hard linkages, shitty execution, but interesting. I think I've invented the new word for a type of pen spinner, and that's an indie pen spinner, like indie music, because it's music that some people like, but not the mainstream people and judges actually like to look at. But I mean, at least the artist who makes it's happy, and at least some of the fans, whoever you are, like 2 of you or something, enjoy it as well. And so, anyway, I wish best of luck to Group D, Group Death, it's been called, and as well as the rest of the World Tournament spinners, and to all the spinners who pace themselves, good job. But to all the spinners who don't pace themselves and just say to themselves, fuck it, I'm going to tape a stupid combo that I can never execute, good for you, because we're the ones that make those changes and probably retire after pen spinning, but hey, that's why we pen spin. It's not for fun, right? It's just to hurt ourselves and injure. Mart was crazy. I blame you, Feltefram. It's all your fault.